Hello, fellow watchers and Watching Walford enjoyers. Don't do this introduction for the podcast. Ash and Piggy here from Watching Walford, bringing you yet another edition of the Watching Walford podcast. It's episode number 56, and today's episodes are actually going to cover the biggest storylines and takeaways from week 4 of 2024, all the episodes from the 22nd of January all the way to the 25th. And yeah, let me just stress that again. We will actually be discussing the episodes this week as we didn't cover it on Walford on Tap. Hallelujah! A proper podcast. We're full of beans.
Full of beans. I gotta get a AquaDreams machine.
It's a keyboard.
Keyboard, yeah.
Yamaha key drum machine. What even is that, Piggy? The main storylines we're going to talk about, it's only 3 this time, as they are the main ones. We'll be talking about Kim and Howie's exit, Gina and Dean blowing up, and Kat and Nish rattling the 6. It was a pretty interesting week all in all, but we'll get onto that at around the half an hour mark of the podcast. As the podcast goes, first half an hour is us shit talking each other and just shooting the shit, and the next half an hour afterwards is obviously actually talking about the episodes, which we will do at that point. But if you don't want to see us shoot the shit for 30 minutes, just skip to that point in the podcast. Alright, anyways, mate, how you been?
Oh, it's been a good week. Enjoying the week off. Obviously, when this comes out, the Royal Rumble has just happened, and obviously there should be reactions to it, hopefully, on the One More Match channel, just to the Rumble matches, I believe. Unless anything changes. It will be unfiltered, so you can hear us say the C word. We might even say the F slur. Oh my god. I will. You're a fucking it just got off, and it just Piggy, we're cancelled. Let's pack it in.
I don't really like slurs personally, mate.
Piggy, can you read this sentence? N-word. Oh, thanks, Ash. Thanks, I will. But I've been doing good. I've been enjoying my week off. We're obviously taking next week off. When this comes out, we're already taking this week off. No more Walford on tap for a little while. But hopefully you don't mind the tap being a bit dry. Maybe we'll untighten the tap afterwards. Maybe we'll leak it again. But oh no.
No, it's just.
All right, I thought like someone like Scott has commented to us like, "You guys are shit." But yeah, it's just been a fun week. Listen to Californication, the Red Hot Chili Peppers album. I was telling Ash I was in the shower today, fucking blaring that bitch, and then when Californication came on, I said, yeah, just fucking Hulk Hogan in it. My Voodoo Child. Oh, I fucking love Voodoo Child. Just mainly because of Hogan. Like, I don't care about Jim Hendrix, but you stick that on and Hogan comes out. Don't care what he does. I'll fucking root for him.
I forgot. I was going to grab some beers before we started this. I forgot. Hold on.
Yeah, as I was saying, like, Hogan is fucking... I don't know if you feel the same way about a wrestler. If they... Like, let's just talk about this for like 5 minutes, because, like, it is the Rumble week, so, and it is a podcast, so fuck off. I don't know if you feel the same about, like, if a wrestler comes out to a certain music, you're like, holy shit.
No, I'll be a fan of the music more than some of the wrestlers. It's like, fuck Hulk Hogan, he's a shit cut. Ooh. It didn't say the word, totally didn't. He's a shitter. God, it's been a week, I'm rusty.
yeah, like if Hogan comes out to Real American, you're not like,
but he comes out to that theme. Like, if anyone comes out to the NWO theme, I'm just like, yeah. Don't even care who it is.
Fucking Vincent from the NWO B team. Fucking Stevie Ray. Dennis Rodman. Just fucking name all the shit ones. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the Rumble. My week's been going good. My prediction came right. We hit 500 subs. I told you, lads. We'd hit 500 subs by the end of January. And would you motherfucking guess it? It's near the end of January. So I'm fucking right.
Yeah, you absolutely nailed that prediction, mate, honestly. Yeah, we hit 500. We've applied to be a part of the first wave of the partner program, so Hopefully membership should be coming out soon. It also means that we should be able to have super chats as well. So whenever we do the live streams, people, if they do want to support us, can go ahead and support us there. But yeah, it's been a long road. It's been about a year and a month nearly since we started it, and we're at 500 subs, and which is something I never really thought we'd get. So thanks to everybody who supported us so far, and thank you to everybody who's going to continue supporting us. Lovely to have you here. Lovely to meet you. Fucking let's keep it rolling.
Except you, Scott. Fuck off. Only kidding, Scott. You can stay.
No, we're not. Fuck off, Scott.
Ash. No. And Leo Burton, can I just say, love you, Leo, but I don't. You're probably not watching this. Next time, please don't leave a paragraph and a half on the fucking comment section.
I mean, it was all copy and pasted.
What?
It was all copy and pasted.
What do you mean?
They copied and pasted it from an article on Digital Spy.
Oh, they copied it from an article. Yeah, but again, don't leave a fucking paragraph, please. I don't know if we were like talking about this, but fucking just waking up and seeing that, and I'm like,
You just wanted an excuse to call them out, didn't you?
No,
you didn't even fucking read it. Don't act like you fucking made any attempt to read it.
No.
Fuck off. You gotta read it now.
Yeah,
I'll see how you work. You little
trying to bury people so I can be better. But yeah, my week's just gone good. I'm enjoying it off. Listening to Californication again by Red Hot Chili Peppers, the album. Some bangers on it. Around the World is my favourite because for some reason the lead singer just starts singing about ding dong. He's just like ding dong, ding dong dang. Like when you stream, I'll request it. I probably did, but yeah, it's great. It's fun. Also watching that guy Joe, speedrunner, get the world record 3 days in a row by 1:15, then like 40 seconds, then 30 seconds, and then like 6 seconds. Oh, it's great fun, and it's also fun watching him. Because whenever you talk about wrestling, I love him because whenever you bring up wrestling, he's a very headlocks man.
Passionate fan.
He's like if you don't know my style is very much flippy shit. Like unless it happens every match on the card, but you go up to him, you're like, "What's your opinion?" He's like, "Headlocks. These wrestlers don't know how to fucking work these days, brother." I'm like, fucking love you, man. Stand the fight because you're probably one in about 5%. Who actually would agree with that. So yeah, shout out to that guy Joe. He's a great guy. We were all thinking about getting stoned in a Wembley church. So if you want to join us for that, come on. I don't mind getting a fucking groupie around. Hopefully I don't defecate on someone. That the more you don't know, chat, the more you don't know. But yeah, it's been a mental week, a fucking weird week for wrestling as well.
Yeah.
So I'm just excited. And basically, the head boss, Vince McMahon, came out like a dirty gen. So pretty much it. That's all I've been doing. And then I've seen the Insane Clown Posse. One of the members is a paedophile, apparently. So, yeah.
Yeah, not a good time to be involved in wrestling. That's why I've spent this week doing absolutely sweet fuck all. It's been good fun to... Like, it took a couple of days to fully switch off, and those 2 days, I'm just like, everybody fuck off. No, don't fucking talk to me. I need a break. Leave me alone. Nobody talk to me. Just a chill couple of days. Been playing Pal World, which is kind of like combining Pokemon with Minecraft in a way, and been playing it with my brothers. It's been good fun. Ultimately, it's been a good week for rest, really. It's been a good week to just chill the fuck out. And considering how busy we were and had been for like the last 2 months, it was a well-needed break. You know you need a break when you don't really feel you don't feel like you can apply yourself to doing other things. You're just kind of like, just get through it, then it's the weekend. All right, weekend's good. Now we're back. Fuck's sake. Now we got to do more. Oh, Jesus. and it just gradually gets on top of you, but the break's been good. It was originally supposed to be 1 week, but Piggy went, "Nah, mate, we're doing 2." Sick, nice,
And
been
then
lovely.
we didn't have an argument, but basically Ash was like, "Okay, this is how tomorrow's going to work," and I pulled the Hulk Hogan on him and went, "Hold on, brother, hold on, no, we're not."
And this was
That
like, it
doesn't.
was just like, all right, we'll do the podcast first because I don't want the podcast to just be low energy shit. The Pig's like, no, no, no. But like the difference was, I was like laid in bed, like fucking ready to sleep, and then Piggy's like fucking like a spring chicken, like, oh yeah, we can fucking do this, we do that, and I'm just sat there like, what the fuck? So yeah, it's fine. I don't care. I don't fight. Yeah, we can do this, mate. I don't care. I just podcast bad, make it good, change something. Okay, like. Yeah, but this is why it's a really good. I'm like, I don't care. I'm in bed. I just want to fucking sleep. How was it? You're like, yeah, we fucking do all this, all these cool ideas. I'm like, mate, what? Why? Why? I'm laid in bed, fucking just.
I'm just imagining you. Hold on, just imagining you just fucking.
Like the only light in my face is the phone light. Just fucking.
It's like that meme of the girl where it's like, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" And she's there just looking at her phone like, "Oh, what are you doing, boyfriend?" And he's like, "Do you want to come over?" It's just like that. We recorded 6 videos. One of them is absolutely mental. I forget which one it is, but
the Anna, the one about Anna.
No, not the Anna one. It's
Oh no, it's who's the most moral character.
Yeah, we were talking about who the most moral character. We just went into a rant about this guy who we'll talk more about it when you get to that video if Ash doesn't edit it out. But
I'll be in there.
Basically this guy, I forget what the dog breed, a border collie. He basically wanted to look like a border collie, so he got like 14 grand worth of surgery.
Yeah,
Change himself into a border collie. Well, obviously he couldn't change himself into it. It's not as simple. But he got a suit and shit, and it's like, I was just reading comment sections on a border collie video.
Why are you a mental bastard?
It's like, that's a Japanese man in a suit. That's a Japanese. It might be Chinese, but I thought it was Japanese. So I honestly don't know, and I don't care because he's a fucking dog. He's not online.
Yeah, just be prepared. Obviously, like, yes, it's only week 1 of the break, where there is a week 2, but everything should be going out as normal. This week was a little bit slim, but that was simply because we needed to shut down, essentially. I needed the break immediately. If I was doing any more videos, it was just like, I don't fucking care anymore. Like, anything would go out. So, for the first time in, I think since, like, September, this previous week that we had, there was only, like, 3 or 4 videos out. Which I'm like, oh my god. And I just went, hold on. Some people do this by only doing 1 video like a month. Like, how the fuck? How the fuck do people do that? They're like teaching a hamster how to like run on a wheel. We are just a hamster running on the wheel to like try like get energy. Like, yeah, we're getting power. Just keep running. Oh, I'm knackered. Yeah, you take over. I'm knackered too. Oh, Jesus.
But yeah, it's been fun. Like, I've been enjoying it. I just enjoyed the week off because I don't know about you, but covering EastEnders weekly, like doing it for how many days is it? 4?
4 days a week.
4 days a week on. Oh yeah, what do you think of Ian Beale in this story? Like, oh, I just want to get to the podcast.
It just ends in a slightly meh, like. The worst bit is it usually ends up in the podcast being a bit shit because it is just we've been doing it all week. We've not only been doing that, we've been doing like fucking a couple hours extra time, fucking like just making all the extra content as well, and trying to manage everything and get it all done. Like, it's one of those things where by the end of the week. Because the podcast is the thing we record last at like each week. And it's the way we do. I don't know. I think it's the way you get the most honest like versions of us, right? You get us truly, whether we're knackered, we're not gonna fucking shy away from it. Whether we're just fucking tired, like, it's fine. We'll just go with it. Like, we built up a reputation of these podcasts just being the first half an hour is just, let's just be honest. We're not fucking lying for anyone or anything. We're just existing. And that's the really cool bit. If I had to tip for which video is good next week, there's an episode coming out that'll be like, what is the saddest death in EastEnders? And I think we had a really cool little discussion about it, and actually went kind of deep. It was a fun video, so watch this space, get ready for it.
There's a fucking brilliant, me and Ash were just having a normal conversation, and then it's like when you're having a conversation with a mate. I think your mate's just the most fucked up thing. How I describe it is, I was having a conversation with a mate recently, and obviously one of the wrestlers that is prominent in wrestling has leukemia, or did. And he goes, so what happens if Roman Reigns gets leukemia and passes away? What happens to the title? I just respond, who the fuck starts a conversation like that? It's basically, that's how I'm setting the scene for this. Because me and Ash were just talking about like life and death and how we go. And then I go, do you ever just think about how you want to go out, Ash? And Ash just like, what the fuck?
I was like, it's an EastEnders video, boys. It's an EastEnders video. That's personal, mate. I can't be having that. I'm not giving away my trade secrets.
Like,
I know how I'm gonna go if I ever do. I'm not letting anybody else know. That's private. That's private. That's my own personal thing. You're not getting me, fucking FBI.
It's just like, Piggy, what the fuck did you just say? I was gonna ignore that. I was like, oh, it was brilliant. I look forward to that video. There's a couple of more. Obviously the podcast will be next Sunday, and it'll be the first week of February. Woo! February! Woo! February! Preparing for the... Wait, when is the 39th anniversary?
It's just either the second last week or I'm pretty sure it's like 22nd, 23rd.
Oh, fair enough, because I have to...
February.
I'm booking in my day off for the 14th of February. I have to go to town over for a meeting.
A meeting on Valentine's Day?
Yeah, it's only a meeting.
Ah.
Maybe I'll get a blowy. I don't know. Probably won't, because they're professional doctors. But
and then he put the stethoscope up my ass. What? What? Sorry. No, and then he measured my heart rate with his stethoscope. Ooh, all right. Yeah.
He told me to piss, but he didn't specify to piss in the bottle, so I just pissed on him, and he seemed to enjoy it.
Yeah, it's been a weird little week though. It's been very fun. It's been nice to chill. Like, if there's one thing I'm not very good at looking after myself, because the way I describe it is I'm very much an introvert, and I don't really like talking to people much. Like, sure, I have people who I enjoy talking to more than others. Like, I wouldn't be talking to Piggy if I didn't fucking actually give a shit. But also, if you tell me, like, we talk to each other for a job, essentially. That's what we do. That's our bread and butter. So, the way I imagined it is me just going, look, we basically talk to each other like fucking 5 days a week for like all fucking year. I need you to fuck off. I need you to leave me the fuck alone.
And I understand it. I'm like, fair enough, mate, fair enough. And then I do my own thing, he does his own thing, and then like when he said, do not message me this week, I was like, fair enough. So he won't message me. And then I'm like, Monday I get a message, Tuesday I get a message, Wednesday I get a message. Thursday I get a message. I'm like, I thought you didn't want me to message you. What the fuck are you on about?
Define expectations, mate. Define expectations.
Fucking. I was just sat there with Pikachu.
It's when I got out of my immediate, because it took me a couple of days to switch off properly. So the second I had properly, the second I got out of my everybody fuck off. The second I got out of that, I was just like, probably be useful to talk about it. Why not? Oh well, be fine. But yeah, it's one of those things. It's a weird thing. It's I don't say much, but in this context, obviously, it's a fucking job. So, it's the thing I'm passionate about. So, we just give lip service about EastEnders. That's what we do, and it's just kind of funny to think that. And also, before this I was fucking streaming as well. So the two things I do fairly regularly involve people, which is ironic, but
it is funny when you look at it, because it's kind of ironic. As just I'm an introvert, and it's well, I'm gonna talk to people. Mr. Inspecting you. It's I'm not going to dive into the topic because I do not want people to research this. But there is a topic in Lost Media, and I'm not going to specify what it is, but it's called Lord Superman. I'm going to leave it at that. And basically, it's a very dark thing. I'm not saying what it is, but it involves a certain event that happened on September 11th. And basically, it's not really supposed to be mentioned, the Lost Media Discord. And some guy's that video's been found. And I just went, I'm inspecting you. Fuck off. That should not be mentioned. Basically, if I'll find it, fuck it, why not? Basically, it involves apparently two teenagers going into a junkyard and filming people, obviously Supermaning off the fucking thing. So people want that video found for some reason, and I'm like, just leave it alone, mate. Leave it alone.
Yeah, where do we go from that, mate?
I don't know.
Where do we go from there?
EastEnders. How's the Abby and Lauren Brannon doing?
that was a deep cut. That fucking yeah, nothing, no idea. Don't even want to know.
But
not intrigued at all. Yeah, it's I mean, obviously, we are expecting to kind of, the second we get back from the break, obviously expecting to have a lot more of the focus on the stuff we promised to do. We'll probably be curating questions for another Q&A at some point. We'll probably bash out another tier list. We found a certain bit of lost media that we couldn't find for the longest time, which might be made into a video. Obviously, once we get back, the idea is to keep pushing on with doing all the new stuff while still doing a lot of the old stuff, because we were talking a big game about all the stuff we were going to do differently, all the stuff we're going to change about how we're going to increase what we do. But fundamentally, we do have our bread and butter, which is the Walford on Tap and the Reddit videos, which probably aren't going to be changing too much. I'll be real with you. But there will be the slightly more higher edited content. There will be the tier lists and stuff, which people did enjoy, and I'm glad people had fun with it, because it was a fun little challenge to piece that together. And the funniest bit is we got a lot of really good comments on the edit, which was very nice to see. It was nice to be gratified. Because the edit made it look like that was one actual very together video.
What was the video again?
The tier list.
Oh.
The edit made it look like we actually did a really concise job of it. It was 1 hour and a half, lads. I cut out 40 minutes of that shit. I'd love to say we just did that normally, and that we just one straight cut. We did that. Nah.
Piggy went on around for about 20 minutes about each character. Probably did happen.
It's always funny. It's a reminder of what good editing does. Is you can kind of tailor the experience, and people enjoyed it a lot, so that was good fun. And the Q&A was good as well. It's nice to have people in the Discord. Obviously, That also we haven't really done much with, simply because we're on the fucking break now.
But like, if anyone wants to message in there, go ahead. We'll respond to you. Well, I'll
Yeah.
respond to you. Ash will be like, okay.
I'll respond.
Ash will just be like, Piggy, can you respond? And I'm like, what to what? You haven't given me context. You know to what? The email? No, the fucking Discord, you twat. I'm like, all right, fair enough.
When are you looking at the emails, mate? Trying to
I look
act
at the
all
email.
official.
No, I look at the email sometimes. I look at who's commented and
Yeah, you don't read them, do you?
I do. I read some of the. I read Scott's comments. Scott's a lovely man. Wish nothing but the best for him.
But yeah,
See, Ash is reading a comment right now. He's excited.
It's been fun though. But yeah, I hope these stuff should resume. I think one thing that I think we'll probably do from now on is I'm not saying we'll have like a week off every month, but we'll definitely probably I don't know, like just a bit more frequently, so we don't just get burnt out. Just have the stuff in place so we don't just get fucking fried. I think it's just about picking our timing. Like probably even after the 39th anniversary week, probably even have a break after that too. Just to make sure we can actually deliver what we are. I'd like to think we're pretty okay at what we do. We have a good little grasp. But yeah, it's just before the break, the EastEnders was good, but it was getting harder and harder to watch. Where it's like I just don't care anymore. I'm just not excited by any of this, and I know it's good, but it's just harder.
It is. I agree with that wholeheartedly. But it's all we can do. Like, we're humans. You can't force us to work. It's our own job. Like, if that makes sense. Like, yes, you can leave comments saying, lads, can you hurry up with this video? Sure, will we read them? Yes, but like, you can't rush us. This is our job. We have to go at our own pace. And like, if we're slow, I'm sorry. If we're fast, I'm sorry. But like, you have to let us be. Yeah. Because I don't know about Ash, but I'm stubborn as a door. Like, fucking Ash knows me. I'm stubborn. Like there'd be some instances where I'm just stubborn. Like, and Ash's like, "Oh, come on, Piggy," and I'm like, "No." It's like when we were doing the reading fan fiction. I was like, "I really don't want to do this, Ash."
I'm like, Piggy, why not? It's not bad fan fiction. It's normal fan fiction. Perfectly fine.
I was just like, I do not want crazy obsessed fans. I was like, please, Ash. And Ash was like, I'll give you an extra 0 on the contract. Oh, I love fan fiction. I love fan fiction. yeah, I love it. She told like that joke's about me being a greedy, money hungry bitch. So it's not.
We're both poor, so. Classic.
Yeah, but we can't make you look like to be the bad guy. It has to be me.
Yeah, always. Piggy is the bad guy. It's me. I'm the problem.
I'm the problem. It's me.
Absolute tune, by the way. I only discovered that song like 2 weeks ago. Listening to it for a week straight.
There's a guy. I think he's called Tiger Style Pro Edits, and he fucking edited that song to CM Punk in AW. Just so like he has all these clips like, "Hi, it's me. I'm the problem. It's me." It's just clips of him, and I love it. I'll send it to you if I can find it.
But yeah, I think as a whole, if we just in review, the first week off has been very good, and I can only imagine the second week off will be much better. So that's probably the most. Like, if there's anything to take away from this video other than our actual talks about the EastEnders, it's been a good week off, so I'm quite content with it. It was a good idea, and I'm fucking glad we did it, because otherwise it would have been miserable, so. But yeah, it's just kind of it's one of those things that you don't really realise how much you need something until it's there, and you're like, oh my god, I need this. Like... That's generally how it went.
Yeah, I agree with that. Obviously, the only thing I've been egging Ash to do is the Lucy Beale podcast. It's the only thing. So, like, Ash be on his day, he's like, Ash be messaging me about, like, work. because it's essentially work. Like going, Piggy, look, here's this video. We're going to do this Friday. And I'm like, when are we doing the podcast?
I don't fucking know yet.
And then it's like, oh yeah, Piggy, here's another thing about that we're doing this week. When are we doing the podcast? Oh my lord,
It's just because obviously, because you think about things like you plan things and you like to plan things, but at some point you decided that I too like to plan things. When every single time you're like, oh yeah, let's plan this, I'm like, mate, I'm thinking about today and tomorrow. Just fuck off. Like, yeah, we can do this. That'd be great. And I'm like, mate, I don't care about this right now. That's not my fucking protocol. Like, it's like, yeah, we can do this, and it would be fine. But you also just have a fucking weird set of priorities where it's like, oh, what things you want to do next year? I want to release a video on the fucking leap year day. All right, great. Glad you're the one who plans, so you can plan for that fucking nonsense. Yeah, great plan, mate. Fucking, that's gonna help the channel. That's gonna sort things.
See, if this was the start of last year, Ash would definitely hate my guts. But Ash just knows me too well now. Ash just knows me too well. It's like, he likes planning things in his own mind, but he doesn't plan things, and it's so funny and annoying. But it's so funny. It's like we're planning a little. Well, it was an idea. Ash just went, we're going on a holiday as a joke, and I just went, fucking, I'm gonna look at holiday places.
It was half serious, half not joke. I'm content to do it at some point.
Well, Ash, wait till we're done the podcast when we'll talk about it in more detail.
No,
and I book a caravan for us to stay in.
No. But all right, there we are. It's a half an hour mark now, so that's where the banter ends and the EastEnders start. Do you have any final things to say before we actually move on to the EastEnders?
Yeah, Bobby and Anna stands, or not anti-stands.
I got a segment later. We'll save that. Put a pin in that for now. Got a segment for it.
Okay, sorry, boss.
And now the EastEnders portion of the podcast.
Who?
Yeah, it's just. I'd pause. I need a fucking poo. Pause. Piggy just so. Alright.
Before we get in here, I just want to say, like, what the fuck am I supposed to do in that situation? Here, do you want me to help you? I'll I'll rip your ass off and like, boom. Here you go. I'll hold it. You go. Like,
I wasn't asking for help.
What?
I wasn't asking for help. There's a statement of intent, mate.
Help, brother. Help, brother. I'm in the toilet, but I've no bog roll. H. Right. The AJ, wouldn't it?
So the doxing my initials out there.
AJ Francis is your name.
All right. So the EastEnders topics this week. There's only 3 of them because I don't know. 3's probably. They usually are 4, but the 4th one's usually shit anyways. Like 4th one's usually just tacked on. There's a little subsection talking about. So. There's usually just like a little one thrown in there, a bit of a discussion point. So, Kim and Howie's exit is the first topic, and it was a very fun week for Kim and Howie because you start to see things unravel because fucking Howie's been acting all sus. He's been acting all weird, and Kim's like, "Come here, let me smell you. What's that cheap perfume? What's that cheap fucking perfume? You're cheating on me with someone called Rory." But she at first thinks that Rory's a bloke. It's normal. But eventually she learns, okay, I'm gonna come with you. And what it turns out to be is he's gotten a job offer for like 3 months on a cruise ship to be an entertainer again because he's missed that part. When Howie was brought in, he was a little clown doing children's birthday parties. And
Rory impression.
No, it's just the fucking Robogarda. Fucking.
Oh no! I'm doing a like Yolande impression or something.
No.
Go on, say it again, Ash. How about a Simpson, you fucking animal, you?
So Howie brings Kim along to this fucking cruise meetup, and he's in weird dress. There's this really hostile mermaid, which is really funny. But that's not even the best bit. The best bit is Rory is Kim's fucking doppelganger. Like, they just got Kim 2.0, and they have the same fucking mannerisms. They act the same, and like, man alive. It's so good because they're both loud. But it's what would happen if you were like put in the room with another one of yourself. You're like, fuck me, this guy's such a prick, good lord. Like, holy shit. Can this fucking leave me alone?
I was looking at it. I was like, wait, have they just got Kim again? Did Kim have to just did they just use the same actress or what? I was like, no, they're two separate people. And I was like, no, they're not. She's the same for shit. She's the same hairstyle. Like her hair is kind of like Kim's, where it's like that, a little tuft there, like that. She's the same fucking hairstyle and everything. Like, it's mental. I buckled because
it's a really funny scene.
I was watching the scene, and then Kim's like, "You're very annoying," and then I'm like, "Kim, now you know how it feels."
Yeah,
and then,
it's.
Then basically,
did you see the clip? I'm just gonna make sure that you've seen this fucking clip.
Yeah, do you want to screen share it?
That'll take too much effort. I can probably make it so you can play it in the browser, and I'll also try and get it up on screen as well because this clip is fucking gold. I guess I'll pull it up on the Reddit reactions and hold on. But yeah, like, and Kim and Rory are the same person. They have the same mannerisms, and it's really fucking funny, and I absolutely love it. Because we get a fucking fantastic scene going on.
All right, I'm trying to get it to play. There we go. I have it. Just giggling. I honestly thought you were gonna play the. I wasn't buckled by that one, but you know what I was buckled by? I don't know if you can get a photo of him. But the ventriloquist, the ventriloquist buckled me because they're like he's like so like Kim would be like, yeah, I'm an influencer, and then the little puppet doll would be like, oh, so like you do this, but he's talking as the doll, and then just buckled by it because it basically be like me going, oh, here's D.H. Smith, look, D.H. Smith's gonna talk to me, yeah, hello, I'm D.H. Smith. Like, it's so fucking funny.
But like, also, I will just say everybody should watch these scenes because it's really good. I haven't got it on the screen for now, but essentially, she goes to this meeting, and they talk about how we're gonna have to cut some costs because the tickets didn't sell as well. And then Kim like does this really big speech about like, you guys are shit. How are you doing that? I've had a look. Your social media's fucking dead. There's no reason people don't want to come. You guys are useless at doing it. And, Kim finds some hostility by this fucking woman dressed up as a mermaid who, like, kicks her in the bum and she, like, fucking puts her in a headlock. And so Kim's just scrapping with this mermaid. And then they're all like, ah, shit, I guess we're done. Until Rory comes to the house and she walks in, she grabs some of Patrick's rum cake, and then she does a very Kim delivery, just like, oh well, now how do you want to be the cruise's social media manager? And then Kim accepts and they do this little hug, and they're both like they're both like cackling in the Kim laugh. They're like fucking hugging but like moving around. And then the best bit is it then cuts to Howie who's like
he fucking hit the Prince Nana, like he's hitting the fucking oh shit. Honestly, mate, if he started fucking doing that, like fucking
It's such a good little bit, and it's absolutely phenomenal. Holy shit! Like, oh, it's fucking spectacular, honestly. You should definitely fucking. Everybody should go ahead and see these scenes because it is really fucking funny.
It is. But yeah, I recommend the ventriloquist. Like, I love it. Can you just say birthday parties one last time in that place?
Marge Simpson's at children's birthday party. I don't know the fuck. I've not
see, yours just sounds like someone from Balamory. Like, that's the problem.
Hello, I'm Miss Hooley. It's fucking. Whatever the fucking name was. All right, but anyways, enough about that. This is obviously to set up that Kim is leaving for a couple months to film thing is, it's not a one-woman play, but it's like a play she wrote on stage, and she's going to go perform that. But it's not entirely devoid of like depth, because Denise is still obviously struggling. Denise went to church with Yolande looking for guidance, and she's been struggling. She's shut down. She's not coping. Think of it like, for anybody who watches Coronation, think of it as Sarah Platt after Callum was killed. You know, where she's just kind of lost her fucking mind. And this kind of manifests in different ways, because first they have to navigate. Obviously, Denzel is like, well, you fuckers are leaving me. I'm not allowed to go. Like, why are you leaving me, you know? I've only just settled down here. Why are you fucking leaving? Kind of like a spoilt kid, but ultimately they just went, yeah, but it's like, yeah, but Denzel got abandoned by his mum. Like, he doesn't want to he doesn't want to feel like he's going to get forgotten. But, you know, they talk him round, and he's like, you know what, I'm comfortable with Patrick and Auntie Yo. But then Kim kind of starts to realise that, yeah, Denise is fucking struggling, and this really shouldn't be how this is going, you know? Like, if I'm leaving, nobody wants to leave with their sibling being like, I'm struggling a lot, you know? Because you don't know how it's going to fucking play out when you leave. 3 months is a long time. So Kim she's been trying to figure out what's wrong with Denise, but she's just shut off. Like, she's just, like, the lights are on, but nobody's home. Like, that's how I describe Denise in these situations. Because she's obviously dealing with fucking guilt. She nearly killed Nish. But in the end, Denise kind of plays a front and says, oi, yeah, that you're trying to leave. You're trying to not go. Fuck off. You're leaving. Get them fucking bags out. You're leaving. You're going on that fucking ship. And, like, they have a big, massive hug, and it's very lovely. And all in all, it's a what Chris Crenshaw does is Chris Crenshaw invests in the smaller moments, which makes these, like, you know, this could have just been Kim going, oh, I'm just off in a black cab. Like, she could have just gotten fucking Martin's exit, where Martin left this week as well. Like, oh yeah, I'm leaving, see ya, bye. But, you know, they properly invested in writing her off properly, and now she will be gone for 3 months, probably. So, yeah,
probably
fair play.
Longer.
What do you think of this exit and this all the Kim stuff?
I loved it. I love it. Like, the one thing I love compared to, like, previous writers, from what I've seen of previous writers, is Chris Crenshaw is really investing. Like, again, the only thing I could probably describe it as, so you would understand from my perspective, is, do you remember the WWF, like, 2000 roster, where basically no one, like, everyone basically had a spot, and no one was left behind?
Everyone had their place.
Yeah,
they would all get to do
I know you
their
could say
thing.
Yeah, I know you could say 99 and 98, but fuck Vince Russo, so I'm not mentioning him. But, like, it's basically like that, where every character, well, most characters, fuck Shrimpy, he's getting nothing. He got a sandwich, that was all he got. But most characters...
He gets to sing, like, every third episode.
But, like, you know what I mean? Most characters are elevated. Like, so, yeah, Kim's not going to be on the same level as the Six. but
Yeah,
she is getting a good storyline, and
exactly.
it's great to see it, because in previous years it would be like, I'm leaving, all right, fuck off, you
Do
bitch.
me a favor. Don't know what that is.
Do me a favor, pal, will you?
Ooh, mate, do me a favor. Fuck off.
Yeah, I wanted the Cornwall one. Hi, mate, I'm in Cornwall.
But like, it's just investing in the little characters will pay dividends in the long run, because when you actually give them a proper storyline, the connection's already built. Like, you already care about Kim. So when she's actually struggling, you fucking care. You give a shit. But when she's not, you don't care. And that's why they needed to. That's why they invested. Like, and it was a very funny segment. As said before, the barometer of soaps is comedy, and if they pull off the comedy, you know that they're doing a good job. And Kim having a fucking doppelganger, and them both dancing, Kim being like, "Man, this other woman's fucking annoying," and everybody's like, "Kim, Kim, that's you." Ah,
Well, my favorite guy
the
was just the
jumping, the hug,
ventriloquist.
and the dance, and then the fucking how he's oh, it's gold, absolute gold. I retweeted it on the Twitter account if you want to follow that. Yeah.
Don't point your
Ricky's on
smelly
there.
finger at me, boy.
But yeah, there we are. That's the Kim and Howie stuff. And now it's time for the subsection. The subsection is simply more about Bobby and Anna. And it's not going to be, I've done enough of the videos where I'm like, you guys are fucking idiots. So that's not how this one's going to be phrased.
Back in a second.
Yeah, all right.
You can continue.
All right. That's not how it's going to be. How this is going to be is simply, I want to ask if people are slightly more on side with the Bobby and Anna stuff, having had the conversation that Cindy and Anna had, where Bobby talks about how, you know, like, I'm happy to be with Bobby. I feel like I'm punching up. He's unlike anyone I've ever met. He's adorable. He's gorgeous. He's stunning. They slept together. When Bobby's obviously sheepish about it, but Anna's just like, yeah, I don't fucking care. And like, Cindy and Anna have this really interesting conversation where they both get to kind of polarize it. Like, Anna's like, you're with Ian Beale. Don't fucking judge me. Like, I'm with Ian Beale. Oh, you're with Ian Beale. I'm with Bobby Beale. They are kind of very similar. And, you know, it's just a simple question of, are people slightly more on side with this now? Or are we still against it? Because, you know what, like, that's fair enough. If you think, oh, Jesus. If you think that maybe Anna and Freddie are supposed to be together, I disagree. But ultimately, why have you got that fucking cap on?
I had to jump into frame, so I was like, I need to put something on that'll just wind them off. I fucking ran. I ran and jumped on the bed to make sure I didn't hit the ball. I don't know if you've seen that. I just wee. I'm full of beans.
Yeah, the subsection is just simply asking, what did you think of the Anna and Cindy talking about Bobby? Where she kind
Fuck
of
off,
is
Cindy.
like, well,
I know. I don't want you dating a murderer. Our sister's dating a rapist. What's worse? What is worse, Cindy? A murderer who regrets his murder, or a rapist who doesn't agree with his consequences?
I mean, you say this, but Cindy did come round to it and went, yeah, fair enough, honestly.
No, I know, but at the same time, you know, you can't really go a fucking murderer.
It's that whole like
60
thing of
grand
like
you leave.
pot calling the kettle black type deal, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just do you have people now seen what we think about Bobby and Anna? Because I like them. They're cute. They're adorable. So you need it's that like
They're not the end goal. It's Freddie and Anna.
Oh, hold on. So after all that, ultimately, do you like Bobby and Anna or not? Still, it's okay to feel both ways. And
No, it's not.
obviously, we're gonna champion our opinions, so we're not doing it to be dicks. We're just doing it as we see fit.
No, I'm doing it to be a dick.
Yeah, well, I'm just trying to play the fence, honestly. Fuck
Because
you,
like,
Reddit, and your shit opinions. Love the YouTube
yeah, fuck,
commenters. Love
especially
them.
fuck that fat boy Stanicon. He appeared like 3 times in 3 videos. Fuck you, mate. I might know who you are, and I'm gonna dox you soon.
No,
I'm gonna dox your
you
address.
we don't know who they are.
We're gonna find you. We're gonna beat you up, and then send you off to Africa. That's what we're gonna do. And maybe jack you off too if you have a penis. Well, just being honest, like you gotta give him a good time before you beat him up. You know what I mean? You get
What's
mugged
wrong
in the
with you,
street. You
mate?
don't want to be
What's wrong with you?
stabbed first. You know, you want a good time, like a kiss. Come here, love. Stab. Like, you know, give him a good old kiss and then stab. You know, it's just kindness. I can't wait for this to age like fine milk. It's like Piggy has been stabbed but also kissed at the same time. Nah. But yeah, I like Bobby and Anna, but people think Freddie and Anna's the end goal when it literally isn't. Chris Crenshaw threw that in there as a rock. He threw that in there as a big fucking rock.
Yeah, it was a road bump in the story. It wasn't a halt. It was a roadblock. They were going to get over it and then carry on. It was always going to be Anna and Bobby. Wasn't going to be Anna and Freddie. Like, yeah, people look at him leaving to do Strictly as like, yeah, maybe he wasn't supposed to, but like he never was. As said multiple times at this point, the bunk up was a result of everything's been thrown up in the air. Just give me an escape for 5 minutes. And both of them afterwards went, yeah, not about that couple thing. We don't really vibe on that level. So you know what, I'm good. But yeah, I do look forward to seeing when Freddie comes back. It'll be good fun. But obviously he's busy doing the Strictly like tour. But yeah, I suppose, and just as a whole, in case people don't understand, the Reddit videos aren't us mocking people's. Well, maybe it is us mocking people's opinions, but we're doing it because it's people's like out their opinions about the topic. You know, we're not fucking doing it to just be a dick. We're doing it to like kind of make light of like how people can perceive the show. Like if you're one of the people who aren't liking where the show's at, but we are, you know, we're gonna fucking take the piss because the show's probably in the best place it's been in years. But you don't see that, you're wrong. That was once again supposed to be a very blasé kind of like, your opinions are valid. Love the YouTube commenters, don't love the Redditors. But yeah. Next up, Gina and Dean. This kind of comes to a head. I thought it was going to be a lot more drawn out than it was. I'll be real with yous. I thought this was going to be a long-running kind of story. And the way it ends, not really sure how that's going to be. But I just kind of, I don't know, it's just really cool. So, Monday's reveal of the Duff Duff is, it's the big reveal of, oh hey, me and Dina are a thing, they're together. Gina and Dean are a couple. And obviously everybody's fucking furious because it's like, Gina, why would you do that, you fucking mad bastard? What's wrong with you? You know, you are in danger. And a lot of the community is like, Gina, you are in danger. She was setting clear boundaries, which, you know, if you are going to put yourself in the fire, you may as well wear some fucking flame-proof gloves or whatever the fuck, I don't know.
My granddad didn't exactly. So, yeah.
Don't know. Oh, that's it. There we are. It said Anna, and I'm like, but yeah, like shortly after Gina is talked around by Dean, they go official. Till Amy reminds her, like, yo, my mum changed when Dean was around. You know, Roxy wasn't some fucking timid, scared woman. She was a fucking fighter. Dean's a rapist. Like, fucking sort it out. And Linda screams at Gina, obviously drunk, but Gina kind of tries to put her in the place, or it put her in her place, rather. George has to play a serious parent when she's excited about Dean. He kind of goes, look, there's no smoke without fire.
Also, I just want to say I love George. No, I believe it's either before or after George makes a hot cocoa for her, and and I'm like, George, you big cuddly man. Like, that's how I like to imagine Colin Salmon is in real life. You know, you're having a sad day, you know, you're being bullied. He walks into the room, you know,
Oh,
oh,
just
here you go, son.
gives you the strongest hug known to man. Yeah.
Like I just like to imagine Colin Salmon is just fucking. He's like that in real life, but it's just
Oh, excuse me.
big cuddly bear. Like
Yeah.
you're feeling down, son. Here's a hot cocoa. Here you go,
Exactly.
fucking. Sorry, I just have to gush over that because
No,
that felt like
all
real
good.
love to me.
But yeah, and whilst George is trying to, like, because, you know, Gina's excited to talk about him, like, you know, he's a good dad, you know, he's really nice. And then George kind of goes, like, no smoke without fire. And you can just see her demeanor just kind of like, all right, cheers, sound. You know, telling you what the truth that you don't want to hear. And Cindy wades in, offering Dean 60 grand to leave Gina, Walford, and London altogether. Just leave my fucking daughter alone. But Dean refuses the money and invites Gina over to his house at night. And they have drinks, but the second Dean starts to make pretty fucking rude comments about Cindy and about Amy, he kind of shows who he really is. And he is just a nasty fucker. And the thing that buckles me, and it shouldn't be funny, but as someone who's mentally ill, he even plays that. Yeah, but Amy's mentally ill, though, isn't she? She's got problems.
They got old Janine.
Just fuck's sake! Why are we doing? Stop it. But it heats up as they have an argument. As Dean grabs her, but Gina just fucking slaps the fucking face off of him. And she fucking quips. Should have taken the 60k when you had the chance. Gold. Fantastic stuff. He could have had 60k, but he chose to not have the 60k.
What a loser.
Fucking idiot. You've only been together like 3 weeks. Or like 2 days. But yeah, like, there was teased like, oh, you know, it escalates. You know, it escalates. Everybody's like, oh, shit, you know. But Gina being Gina, obviously just fuck off. Get your fucking hands off me.
If I can do the next bit, if you don't mind.
All right.
Dean's daughter shows up, Jana.
Jade, sorry.
I got the J part right. Jade shows up and it's like, Dad, what the fuck are you doing? Look at you sleeping on the couch.
He's sleeping on the sofa, 2 bottles of wine, drunk, like fucking. Just, what the fuck are you doing here?
When I saw Jade walking, I was like, that's Gina, isn't it? It's Gina. Gina's walking in. What the fuck's she doing here? I was like, oh no, it's Jade.
Yeah.
And Jade's like, I must have had someone else over, Dad. And Dean's like, oh yeah, I love this woman, but this woman doesn't love me. I did some things.
Yeah.
And Jay's like, yeah, I still support you. Like, I don't believe you're a rapist. And I'm like, that's wholesome to hear from your daughter. I know that's going to upset people, but you have to admit, it's wholesome when your daughter, you know, is
actually believes in you.
Yeah. Like, I know that might come across
wants to believe the best in you.
Yeah.
No, and Jade reappearing is obviously she had the lung transplant. She's doing fucking great. She doesn't need the tube in her nose. Like, she's moving around just fine. It's like, yeah, she's not fixed, like, but she's not ill anymore.
And just because I have to, before I get to the next part, just briefly want to throw this in there while he downs another bottle of Corona and gets another bottle afterwards. We see that Bianca is upset. And why is Bianca upset? Well, Terry's left her. And basically, this is just setting up Whitney and Zach leaving to go see Bianca. And they leave Penny in charge of the stall. And why is this important? Well, the builder has placed mannequins beside the fucking ladder.
Well, the builders haven't placed it. Penny's put the mannequins there. But the ladder's still, like, fucking hanging out with no support behind it.
like your arse hanging out in that photograph, just fucking in the middle of it, just hanging out.
Which one? Oh,
the one where you're like that.
yeah,
Fucking.
yeah. Classic photo. I suppose for
Yeah, I had to
context,
bring
the
it up.
photo's never going to surface. But obviously I had an haircut. You know, pretty good, pretty good. I took a picture of how it like looked at the top. It was before a shower, and I went, fuck it. What's the worst that can happen?" And then in the fucking corner, you can see there's a mirror, and all you see is my entire ass just fucking. Oh,
It was funny. Like,
it's such a
I had
funny
to bring it up.
photo. It's so ridiculous.
Like, I told Ash for his 24th birthday, he's gonna get a surprise when I send him that birthday. But yeah, and the reason I brought this up about the ladder is because the builders have placed the ladder, and obviously Penny, being disabled, cannot walk, because she's been shot in the legs or ran over, and basically she tries to reverse. Would reverse be the correct term, or move forward?
She reverses.
She reverses. She's trying to wiggle out, basically, like a worm. But the mannequins are in the way, and the ladder's in the way. So she hits it, and just like when you play Angry Birds and you hit the green fellas, she hit the fucking mannequins, and the ladder's just...
Mate, it was like a game of mousetrap in this bitch. Like, you set it all up, you know, I'm going to get this fucking mouse. Like, wait! And then fucking Jade's in the crossfire. And it sets a... Oh, I'm going to sneeze. Oh, fuck me. Alright, yeah, carry on.
And basically Jade's the crossfire because, when she gets out of the way, but she has a little tumble, and basically Jean and Honey, Honey and Jean, basically help Jade to bring her back to Dean's flat. Also, can I just say, when did Dean get that flat? I'd not seen that.
They've only just started showing his flat off in this last little bit.
Yeah, like I looked at it and went, I thought he was living homeless. When the fuck did he get a flat?
No, that was only ever you who thought he was homeless, though. You thought he was kipping on the pie and mash shop, and you were trying to will it into existence.
Yeah, no, he's just having an old sleep and having a bit of chips, you know, with a pie and mash. You know, at fucking 3 o'clock in the morning, get the fryer on, just fucking, I need some chips.
It is a very nice flat, though, I'll say that much.
It is a very nice flat, and basically Dean's like, "Thank you, Jean. Thank you, Honey." And they're like, I'm basically going to describe it the way I'm going to describe it.
Fuck off, rapist.
Yeah, it's basically, fuck off, you rapist. We only helped you because your daughter is sick. You little wanker. You little see you next Tuesday.
Yeah,
fuck off.
And, you know, it's because we get a bit of another side where Dean's just kind of like, it's just nice to have people to talk to. And it's like, you caused this. You caused this by your actions. Don't stop feeling sorry for yourself.
I have no idea when it happens in 2014, but when we eventually get to the Dean raping Linda, it's going to be like, because we think it's all fun and games now. When we get to that, it's going to be like...
We don't think it's all fun and games. We do not.
No, we don't think that's fun and games, but we think the podcast is all fun and games. But when we get to that segment, or that episode, we're just going to be like, walking, oh, we slipped. Walking, oh, we fell. Oh, it's icy here.
Hold the line. Oh, fuck. We fell over the line. Where's the line?
Hold the ladder, Piggy. Hold the ladder. It's like my uncle was my uncle one time, I believe, was supposed to hold the ladder for my other uncle, and he basically held the ladder. And he went, "Now, whatever you do not leave. Whatever you do, don't leave." He left. And he fell off he either fell off the roof or the ladder. He just couldn't get down. He was just stuck on the fucking roof. He was just stuck up there. And he's like, "Where are you gone?" He just fucked off and went watching the racing.
Fuck's sake.
Whenever I hear someone stuck on the roof, I just think of that Bob the Builder song where he's just like, Bob can't get down, he's stuck on the roof. Also, I forgot to mention it. Bob the Builder's getting a movie made, and he's going to Spain or Puerto Rico, and his name's going to be Roberto. And I'm like, you're ruining Bob the Builder. You're ruining it. You've handy-mandy right there. I suppose
just the other bit. Also, Dean just generally, Jade cottons on to the fact that he likes Gina, but Gina dumped in because, you know. Dean also tries to get the 60k from Cindy, and for a second I thought that he was gonna get it because it's like, oh yeah, no, I want that 60k, and then she's like, well, good thing you split up then. I'm just like, oh, thank God. You know, like, thank fuck we didn't have a really dumb, he's just stolen 60k for no reason. But yeah, it's going to be weird to see where the story goes with Dean now. Like, is he going to try to be better? Is he going to have a form of a redemption arc in a way? Not really sure how you'd angle to do that necessarily, but a kind of an exploring what I don't know. I don't fucking know. It's just because I kind of expected the Gina and Dean thing to be like a long-winded thing, but it kind of all blew up in about 3 weeks.
It's just we don't know honestly, but if Dean's getting a redemption arc, I wouldn't mind it. Like, I'm not here defending a rapist, don't get me wrong. I'm not defending him, but you have to admit it would be an interesting perspective to see, because it's like, I don't want to say sit in the mind of a rapist's shoes, but it would be interesting to see the perspective of
phrasing's dodgy as fuck. Sit in the mind of a rapist's shoes. You're either sitting in the mind, or you're or you're stood in his shoes.
Yeah,
you've combined two fucking phrases.
I just realised that I'm a fucking idiot. I'm not even drunk, but I love to see the perspective of Dean trying to redeem himself, because I feel like you can have that amazing scene where he's in the pub and everyone is just snickering. Oh, snickering. Don't say the other one. And basically they're all giggling. They're like, look at this man. Has nothing. He's a rapist. He's a loser. He's lonely. He's depressed. He's a virgin. #L. Where's your crown, king? And all that shit. And he's basically, and then he's like, look, guys, I'll admit it. I raped Linda, and I attempted to rape Roxy. Now leave me alone. I'm trying to live my life. That's what I want to see. But
I think it would just be he first openly admits to it, and then goes, look, you know, maybe have him go to therapy. Maybe have him, have him challenge some of the notions that he has about women and consent. You know, have him do some therapy of some sort. Have him perhaps start to truly realize, his actions when he's raising Jade. Like, that, I don't know if he can ever be necessarily redeemed, but there can be ways to try and rehabilitate the character and try to reshape the ideas he had that would have led to his fucking horrific actions.
Also, just want to say, what was my train of thought here? Give me a second. What was my train of thought? Obviously, I just want to know how Shirley fits into this when she comes back.
Because I suppose.
No, carry on. I was going to say they're going to Grey Atkins him. He's going to go to therapy, and then he murders someone. He's just going to fucking. I'm in therapy, guys. Oh, she fell over a washing machine. She's dead.
It's wild to think, because obviously the main idea behind Shirley coming back was obviously, like, okay, she's gonna try figure out what happened to Dean, but obviously with Keanu being the body, now that fucking person's changed, and it's like, what the fuck is she gonna do when she actually returns? Like, it's gonna be wild to see how it ramps up. I'll say that much, because look, we can all despise the actions of Dean and what he did, but you can't say that the character's not played in a very interesting way, where you get to see, I don't know, like, the character's just really interesting to see where it'll go. That's just my general.
Yeah, again, I feel like this all is the end goal of Mick coming back. Now, I'm probably going to be saying that for the next 2 years, and he doesn't come back at all. It's just going to be Mick's coming back, guys. I'm going to be like that fat boy Stan is sitting by the window saying, like, maybe one day fat boy will come back, maybe. He's been gone for 10 years. He still hasn't come back with the milk. Maybe now he'll come back. Like, that'll be me with Mick Carter. Oh, excuse me. Maybe he'll come back, but at this point, I want it to be a meme. Where it's like, maybe Mick Carter will come back this year, doesn't come back. Maybe he'll come back next year, doesn't come back. Maybe he'll come back in 2 years, doesn't come back. Maybe 3 years, doesn't come back. Just for the next 10 years, he doesn't come back. And then it's like, he's fat, out of shape, has no money. I'm coming back to EastEnders.
But yeah, I simply saying I could generally see, if they are, because they're seemingly making Jade a much larger part of the character, I could see something bad happening to Jade, and that kind of makes him go, oh, holy fuck, you know? And then he tries to... Obviously, he's never going to do... Like, he's never going to redeem what he did, but just take the angle of, okay, I need to be better than this. Like, challenge the preconceived notions he has about women and consent and stuff. But it's just about what the fuck they do with him, so... You know, he could do some horrific shit again. Who the fuck knows? But it'll be interesting to see when it comes. Alright, the final topic. It's a very Nish-centric week. And we get to see... Mate, it's a fucking wild week of the Nish stuff. And it's just fucking funny. So, the week ends as Nish and Kat have kind of decided, you know what? We are both lonely, but it's fun to be lonely together. So the Slaters are like, don't fucking go near Nish, Kat, you fucking idiot. And Kat's like, why not? And they went, well, he's a bit of a prick. It's like, yeah, well, that's not good enough reason, is it? So Kat and Nish go on a date. And during the date, Phil yells at her, and Nish sticks up for her. And the date ends with tears as Nish soothes her tears and invites her back to his. And I specifically wrote this as Nish and Kat have a disgustingly sloppy, drunken bunk up at the end of episode 2. Like, it's the most... like, there was no passion there. That was just drunken, like, I need you to fuck me right now. Like, most sloppy motherfucking... Jesus.
Can I talk about one of my favourite scenes, if you don't mind? Because it involves Nish.
Okay.
This is a bit further down the episode.
We'll get to it later.
Fine.
But yeah, the fucking... What do you think about Nish and Kat as being together?
The Nats. I don't mind the Nats. Oh no, that sounds wrong. That sounds like Nazis. Shit. Kish. Yeah, Nats does sound very dodgy, doesn't it? The Kish stuff, I don't mind seeing it. I love it because I need Kat being a bitch, being like, yeah, sucky, suck this, sucky, yeah, fuck you, bosh, fucking standing up for Nish, like fucking. I don't know what that was, but basically like that. Just standing
it's just
up
a really funny like dynamic, because obviously Kat believes that like all is good with Nish. It's like everything's above board, and it's just fucking. I've seen a lot of Suki and Eve stands being like, I can't believe Kat and Nish are together. I can't believe you can like Nish, and it's like, yeah, but you can though. That's the whole point. The character, he's charming as fuck. You know he's bad. You know he's a bad person, but he is charming as fuck. Like,
what's his name? Navin Chowdhury. Navin Chowdhury plays Nish great.
Yes.
Like again, there's a scene later down in the episodes which we will get to, where basically he's talking to the rabbi or whatever he's called, and he's like
Gianni G,
and he's like, look mate, she's a lesbian. She left me.
I probably butchered that. I tried to actually, because it's a Sikh thing, I tried to actually fucking look it up and figure out how to not butcher the names. But yeah, we'll get to that in a little bit. I don't want to skip forward. and we're probably already there. But the day after, Nish tries to set the terms for his divorce, just as an old friend of the family. I think they're called Barminder. They show up, and initially Suki doesn't admit who Eve is to her, and Eve's obviously like, oh, "Fuck you," because Suki's out, but she's not really out. But yeah, Nish has set up a mediator to talk through their marital problems. The friend though tells Suki that she's like an inspiration, and that she should come to the good Varla. Tried it, failed it. The religious like place of worship, essentially.
Basically, the Goodfellas.
What?
What?
Basically, the good fellas.
Yeah.
Fuck does that mean?
That when you go and talk. I know that's a pizza, but when you go and talk about, your fucking friendship and relationships, how's it going? The Goodfellas.
All right, sure. When you use that in an actual conversation, I'll buy into it. But fucking.
You ever never? All right, yeah, okay.
That's not a thing.
Is it?
It's not. I've never heard that to be a thing.
I thought that's what they were going to. The Goodfellas.
No.
Oh, it's not the Goodfellas. All right.
Yeah. Go to the.
Why is Indian so hard?
Good Vada. That's a Sikh place of worship. Probably butchering the name. I tried. Leave me alone. When Suki apologizes to Eve, Eve's fine about it, and yeah, she wants her to take her. Suki wants to take Eve to the good Vada. Nish wanted some spiritual guidance, and it's a ploy to make Suki look bad. He has bought the Gianni G, the guy who blessed the wedding. Blessed the wedding vows last year, and yeah, I essentially went. This is like bringing on the like priest who fucking did your wedding. It was like we need a divorce. Like that's what it is to fucking in this context, essentially. Anish exposes that Suki's a lesbian to the Gianni G, which Suki was not ready for. In the conversation she had with Eve, she's like, I'm not ready to come out to them at all, I'm not ready. See, Suki's a lesbian. Whoa.
And do you know what I love? He does the fucking not Christian, the rest of the fucking Christians in America round and goes, see, in the eyes of the Lord, that's not good. And I'm like, I feel like I'm talking to an American.
Did I actually write what it was? I swear it's like a pillar to look at for what to attain to. I don't know if it was like religious scripture or just like a principle that Sikhs like follow, and it was saying like, oh yeah, like homosexuality is not accepted in the religion. But the Gianni G essentially goes, yo, look, it tells you that it'll support you no matter what, and come to the good Vada, we will accept you and support you.
It is funny, right, when you do look at religion in a sense, where it's like we love everyone except homosexuals, blacks, any other religion. But we love everyone. It's like there's no way God sat up there with a vengeance and fucking wrote a list of people he likes and hates. Like I don't think a gay man cut in line at a subway.
I mean, he's writing it his fucking Death Note watching anime.
Like how I like to imagine, there is no way he had an encounter at Subway and fucking a gay guy skipped in the line and went,
excuse me,
that's not nice in the eyes of me. Fucking gone to hell, bud.
Yeah, like it's not to make this whole bit about religion because I don't fucking care that much. But it's always interesting how people interpret religion to essentially allow the beliefs that may or may not be like particularly fucking reasonable. But in the eyes of the Lord, that's wrong. It's like, yeah, but you're deciding that. Like It's a you decision. You can choose to see past this. You can choose to not accept this.
Basically, for context, the reason why everyone believes it's not right in the eyes of the Lord is because in 1956, I want to say, they rewrote the Bible. They republished it. They didn't fucking rewrite it. They republished it. But the original quote was, "Man should not sleep with child," basically saying pedophilia is not allowed. And basically, they went, "Fuck that. How about we change it to man should not sleep with man?" And then that's where it gets misinterpreted. But how I look at religion is there's a brilliant South Park gag where everyone's in hell and the Christians, the Catholics, Christians, Protestants are all going, "Why are we in hell?" And they go, "The Mormons were right." And it always makes me laugh because it's the one thing me and my friend only knows that scene from South Park where it's like the Mormons were right. But yeah, just believe what you want to believe. Don't listen to anyone being hateful because you like literally the thing about a Bible that is like over 1,000, no, not even 1,000, over millions of years old. You can literally change anything you want. Like if I want to put in the Bible, you cannot eat a Subway sandwich on a Thursday. I can put that in the Bible.
Yes.
No one can tell me not to. You know what I mean? It's only your beliefs. Don't believe what someone else makes you believe. You're a sheep. Essentially.
I mean, it's still funny to believe that a lot of America's religion is based on Jesus being white. So
I just like to imagine he was just like for people who want to know how do I view the Bible, I view it like there was a bunch of mates and they all got a bit of ganja.
Yeah,
and sat around a campfire.
I also joke that it's a bunch of like drunk monks, just like this will be funny.
Yeah, like me and that,
they're just writing their fucking D&D, like fucking like, oh yes, this is my world, this is how I want my world to be, and they're just writing it. And they're like, no one's gonna believe this shit.
Like that's how Ash views it, and I view it just like a bunch of guys got stoned and went, "Fuck it, how can we fuck the world?" Like if Jesus is real, I like to imagine he got stoned by a bunch of mates, with lads. Wouldn't it be funny if I wrote an autobiography? Wouldn't it be funny?
You know, But also, not to say that religion is inherently bad. Like
it's not.
I wish I had a strong belief in anything. I wish I had a strong belief in my existence and what it means. You know, I feel like that'd be quite comforting to have, to feel like, you know, everything you do, you're doing it as a part of this like grand purpose. Like, you know, we mock religion as a decent chunk, but like, you know, what it represents for a lot of people is something very good, and to strive to be better and strive to be a better person than you may have been in the past. So like, you know, just as a whole, we're not going to fuck. I'm religious. Fuck off. Like, come on, it's not. No.
We accept. Basically, how I put it is, I don't care if you're religious or not. Just don't view things in how the Lord would view things, because he's dead. He basically, you're going off a book that
you shouldn't kind of define your morals and boundaries though on, like, I don't know, just it's an issue when you start to try and like make your points feel okay because you're like, well, just what the Bible says. Yeah, but you're just you're just using it to enforce your points.
Exactly. It's like it's just, do not use a book that might be real or might not be like written. Like, we don't know if it's fact or fiction. But don't use your own words like how you want to view people. If you're just generally an asshole, I don't care. Just don't be an asshole to me, Scott. So like, yeah, just believe what you want to believe, but don't believe in someone telling you what to believe in. Like, if I just tell Ash, yeah, Ash, don't believe in gay people, they're fucking shit. Like, why would I do that? Like why would Ash want to, why would Ash want to listen to me? I'm a nobody. It's just this age. Believe what you want to believe. Support who you want to support. You want to support Jesus? Grand. I think Jesus was the original Tony Hawk skater. Like, I fucking think he was out there fucking shredding the boards when he was alive. Fucking shredding them nails. You know, tied to a cross. Fucking 2 hands on the fucking thing. Driving around.
Just some wheels on the bottom. On the bottom. we don't hate religion here. Also, Jesus was a skater. Oh, fucking hell.
He was a
But
skater,
no, like,
boy. She was.
I think we made
boy.
enough of an interesting point to just say, look, we're not fucking, we're open-minded. We're not fucking religion bad.
Well, I just want to bring in the point. If you think we're making fun of religion, we're allowed to.
Yeah.
And if you go, well, how come you don't make fun of Muhammad? We don't want to die. Like, honestly, you have to realize that we are now a country that allow people to speak their own beliefs on religion, whereas other countries are still not caught up because what they believe in will believe in. I'm not going to go into what countries because no matter what I say, someone else will go, well,
Yeah,
actually, you look at this.
I'm not wading into any of them conflicts personally.
Just what I wanted to briefly say. We're allowed to make fun of it, but we're allowed to.
I like to think we've made a good. Also, I just want to say I hope I didn't just butcher any of the fucking names of the like Sikh place of worship and the like I don't know the guy who blessed the wedding. But I hope we've covered it in a sensible enough way to not just be pricks.
And if I did upset you about like me just making a joke, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to upset you. It's just I don't know what these mean. Like it's like if Ash starts talking about tech parts for a PC, I'm gonna be sat here like, Iran? You mean a fucking sheep? What do you mean there, boy? Like I don't know these things, so I just interpret them how I view them. And I'm sorry if that upset you. I don't mean to upset anybody's religion or what you believe in. I'm sorry if that did upset you. But hopefully you can understand, like, from my humour standpoint, I'm just like, I'm going to try and make a shit joke that's going to fall on its arse. Yeah. And hopefully Ash does not or does laugh. Exactly. Or he just looks at me and he goes, the Goodfellas, are you a fucking idiot? Like, it's like we're in a church.
Like I did.
Because I like to imagine if we ever went to church and it's like, okay, start praying. I just start praying to some fucking, dear Santa Claus, you fucking umpa-lumpa. It's fucking Jesus, man. It's just how I view it. But yeah, sorry if that, my opinions upset you, that's mainly it.
I don't know what I'm saying, alright? I'm not the one who's upset, but I can't imagine people are going to be too upset. I like to think we at least talked about it in a sensible enough way that it's not just fucking offensive to anyone. But yeah, if we got anything wrong or anybody wants to share their side, we'll read it, we'll listen to it, we'll take it into consideration. But carry on with the stuff as Nish kind of starts to be like, okay, something's a bit fishy here. As Suki tells him that she wants to feel proud of herself and that she's never coming back. Like, I'm fucking proud to be who I am. Fuck you. And they argue in public as Nish vows to take everything Suki has as Suki tells him to bring it on. And I think that was the Duff of episode 2?
3.
3?
4. No, yeah, 3.
It wasn't 4. It wasn't 4. But Nish is like, day after, Nish is like, turn this into flats. And then Suki's like, nah. And I want the cafe to work as a cafe. We're not fucking changing it. Shut your mouth. But Nish seems to cotton on to, like, why is...
1 second.
Yeah. Like, Nish seems to cotton on to, like, why is Linda and Suki, why are they now all friendly? I don't realise they were particularly friendly. And this comes to a head as, like, it comes to a head as after, basically, Suki fills in Linda about more updates on the 6, and he just generally is like, yeah, I didn't realise you guys were close. And it's like, yeah, we're just talking about the divorce, She doesn't want to see another woman, like, getting fucking taken to the cleaners, for example. Hold on. So, carrying on with this, the Nish stuff starts to ramp up a lot more as we start to figure out that Nish is probably going to be the one who's going to either get set up for Keanu's murder, or ultimately probably be in a massive like court case battling for the divorce, probably ramping up towards the 40th anniversary. Because he starts to slowly realise that why the fuck are Linda and Sookie suddenly close? You know, like, they've never been close. They don't really get along. And so he's like, okay, this is a bit weird. And then he also catches Denise looking very despondent, and Denise is obviously struggling. She's like, I'm sorry. And he's like, what the fuck does that mean? You know, like, like, what the fuck does that mean? And then he sees Linda looking out the window at him, and he fucking says, fuck this, I'm going to go speak to her. So he corners Linda in the Vic, and he starts to say, like, he now remembers more and more. He wonders why Linda and Sookie are so close and confronts Linda about it. Nish pressurizes Linda, saying, like, I do remember the night I got attacked. And, like, why would you talk about whether to call an ambulance or not? Why would it even be a discussion? And he gets really, like, kind of hostile and aggressive. And the pressure is, like, keeps building on Linda till George arrives and kind of saves the day. And he's like, oi, out. Get the fuck out. And then Nish has a very similar conversation with Sookie, who kind of questions, like, because essentially he says, I want all the businesses signed over to me. And Sookie goes, you know what? Fine. Like, just leave me the cafe. And he's like, why would you want the cafe, though? Like, it got sold because someone racked up debts and it wasn't affordable. And so, yeah, he demands, give me all the businesses or I'll go to the police. And then the Six discuss this and they're like, look, Sookie, you have to fucking do this. I lost my husband. Sharon lost fucking Keanu. You're not getting out of giving him all the fucking businesses, so you gotta sacrifice this shit to make sure he stays off our case. Because Sookie's indignant, like, oh yeah, he knows. He definitely knows. And yeah, Sookie then says, fine. I'll give you everything, Nish, except the cafe. I want the cafe to be mine. And then Nish, the absolute son of a bitch, goes, I didn't actually remember anything anyways. But now that you've revealed this, I'm going to find out what the fuck you guys are hiding. It's like, whoa, no. Because now...
Wait, does he remember? Or does he not?
No, he had no clue. He just had some conversations, went, okay, I can get the business out of this. Like, he's a crafty little fucker. He's playing dirty to get all the businesses. Which, I mean, I thought he already conned Sookie out of most of the businesses anyways. Like, I didn't realise she had much more to her name, because maybe she signed over 50% of the businesses to Vinny, or something like that. It was a big deal, because Eve was kind of conned into it when she was angry at her. I don't fully remember. But it's the way that this is interesting is now Nish is the one, like, doing the investigation. Like, okay, so I was attacked, but Keanu is gone. But Keanu attacked me, but I don't remember Keanu. And so, like, as a lot of people thought that Shirley was going to be the figure who was going to be like, where's Dean? You know, what the fuck happened to Dean? Instead, it's Nish. And he is the perfect fucking candidate for this role. Because he's charming outwardly, but inwardly, he's a fucking bastard. So, like, he'll charm everybody. Like, imagine him in court. It'll be like a fucking stage. Like, everybody's gonna love me here. They're gonna be eating out the palm of my fucking hand. And that's why I'm very glad that Nish didn't die at Christmas. Because now we have the Six drama headed up by Nish as the main fucking, like, suspect investigator. It's just gold. What did you reckon about it?
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I can't wait for this to ramp up. It's going to be interesting to see Nish, like, be the hero, I guess, in this story. He's not really the hero. He's not really the villain.
He's basically a hero
you know
in his own lunchbox. Like, to him, he's the hero.
Do you know what he is, Ash? And I need you to sing the lyrics loud and proud. He's the anti-hero.
It's me. I found the problem.
I own the cafe. It's me.
It's me. Classic.
Ma-
Banger,
you,
actually.
you imagine he just started speaking of the cafe, just started, Keanu, come here. Hi, it's me. We're the problem, it's us. Hi.
Plus, I
It's
do
us.
like the idea of... I like the idea of, with Kathy, with Suki having the cafe, it feels like that's the next progression for Stacy and Eve. Like, I feel like the second she gets the cafe, like, yeah, you're working for me. I'll pay you, you know. So you have like Suki, Eve, and Stacy running the cafe. Probably Jean in there for a bit, you know. Like, it's a cool way to keep it, to keep the businesses there. It's a cool little way. But yeah, it's just kind of like, oh fuck, you know, the sick stuff is ramping up again, and yeah, I just love it. Like, it's already twisted and turned so much that I don't even really know where the fuck they're going with it, but it is really fucking exciting and really enjoyable. So there we are. That's all the storylines this week. This has so far been a much longer edition of Walford on Tap. I hope people have enjoyed us talking about storylines. But before we finish for the week and we wrap up our lovely little recording day, let's talk about the awards. Now, if you don't know, we do the awards in Walford on Tap. Nobody tracks this, so if anybody wants to actually make note of how many times we give insert characters, insert award, we give the characters certain awards to kind of just remind us what they actually did. This being the Steve Blackman Award, which is essentially who is the most wooden, but usually it just goes to the wooden objects that are on the square. Because we are, well, Piggy's fucking shit. That's the reason why. Piggy just went, I'll do wooden objects. And I went, fuck it. If this is all the award is now, that's what it's gonna fucking be.
It can be wooden objects, wooden people. It can be whatever it wants. It doesn't discriminate against what you are, basically.
Exactly.
Unless you're a border collie human dog, then it does
Fuck you.
discriminate.
We have the Underrated Award, which is self-explanatory, who was good in the limited role they had this week. Who needs slapping down? Classic line. Just simply, yeah, who was the fucking worst? And there's one more, I think. Is there?
No, it's underrated. Who needs slapping down and Steve motherfucking Blackman
Okay,
Award?
there we are. All right, you first. What do you want to do?
Underrated. We'll end on Steve. Well, come on, Steve. Who's
Steve?
underrated in your eyes?
Oh, okay. The Kim doppelganger is underrated in my eyes. That was just anyone involved in the Kim stuff this week. It was all fantastic, and I loved all of it. So
I'm not going for the ventriloquist. I'm going for the ventriloquist dummy. He was underrated. Hi. Hold on. Hi, it's me. I'm the dummy. Hello, Mr. I show Tony Khan some text messages.
Yeah, I'd say Kim. I'd say Howie for his little dance. Just any of them. Denzel for kind of being like, please don't abandon me. Why does everyone leave me?
I didn't know he's Terry Funk.
I guess I'll put the suitcase back under the bed again. Not even gonna unpack anymore. Tragic analogy once again, but it's a classic. Steve Blackman Award. Who's the most?
No. Steve's last.
Sooni's slapping down.
Eve. Eve.
Why?
Eve was just annoying in the whole thing. Like, Nish was trying to be a serious businessman, and you're butting in going, yeah, well, my girlfriend won't take that. Yeah, she won't take that. Look what I'm doing. I'm a cocky bitch. It's like, fuck off. You're not serious, Eve. I could fucking batter you in an instant. Fucking lesbian.
Fuck's sake.
No, but I'm not wrong. See, any instant Nish had a fit of come off trying to talk to Suki, she's butting and go, don't fuck with her.
I mean, she's allowed to.
I know, but like, fuck off, it's business.
Yeah, I mean, it's not business though, is it? It's a very personal divorce when Nish is trying to fucking take everything that she's worked for away from her. Yeah, look away all you want, but you know I'm right.
I know you're right. I know. I
She
just fucking
does
hate
just have
Eve.
that golden retriever energy, though. Like, but yeah, no, fair enough. Slapping down. I guess you could easily say Nish, but Nish has been way too interesting, so I'm just gonna say Dean, who did get slapped in the face. Pretty good. Steve Blackman, who's the most wooden.
Who's the most Steve motherfucking Blackman wooden person?
That mannequin. Sorry, I can't stop. It's become such a thing. I was like, bloody Piggy always picks the fucking shit ones. I do it as well. Come on. I'll do it as well.
The fucking planks that were there. There wooden. I believe there was planks.
The planks.
The planks that were, I think they're no. Hold on then. I'll go for the do you know like the cardboard that was protecting the windows? The boards that were protecting the windows.
Yeah, but cardboard's not wood.
Yeah, no, I don't even know if it's cardboard. It's something. It's an inanimate object, so it counts.
Yeah, all right, mate. Oh, I see you.
Fine. Do you want one? Penny's wheelchair. There you go.
That's also not wooden.
It doesn't have to be wooden.
It's not in the fucking 60s. Got a fancy fucking wheelchair.
How about Jade's lungs? There you go.
Imagine if science makes it so you can have wooden lungs and still live. It's like when people have like an iron lung and people are just like, what was it? I think it was like, I think it's like cowpox that was kind of like vaccinated against and eradicated in a sense. And people just went, I don't know what it was, but it's a thing that essentially put people in iron lungs, and people are just like, mate, I sit in a fucking metal like ring. Get this fucking vaccine. You don't want to be like this. You know, the iron lung where you have to like fucking just stuck lying in this fucking machine all day. We are fucking miserable, that.
Fair enough. But could you imagine we do find a cure to live forever?
Oh, fuck that noise. I'm passed on that one.
Well, I have to live forever. I have to continue watching Walford for years.
Yeah, sound. I'm not being that.
I would not like to live. I would not like to live forever, though. That'd be one of the worst things to do. Like your whole family's dead, and you're the only one alive.
I mean, if they've discovered the cure for living forever, why are you the only one who's living forever? Like, we aren't special. No one's like, oh fuck, gotta conserve watching Walford, boys. Like, we're not candidates for that. But yeah, fuck that. I don't want to live forever. That sounds like shit. Like, you could only live for like 200 years, but you'd be like, mate, in my time, I'm fucking ancient. But all the Zoomers would be like, shut up, granddad. I'm only 200 years old. I just feel like you'd run out of things to do.
You would.
At some point, you'd just be like, "It's just boring." This, like,
I'd agree.
The most fun is knowing that it's going to end at some point.
I love that.
I love that. No one can take it away from me. No one can take it away. It will end, just like this podcast will end. Hell of a note to end that on. We went absolutely directions. But hey, it was another Watching Walford podcast. Hopefully you enjoyed this one a lot more. We had both things to talk about in the intro, and we are still talking about things in the outro. Thank you for being here. Thank you for joining us for another week of Watching Walford. It's episode 56. In the can, in the bin, it's done, it's over. Time to get back to enjoying our time off. I've been Ash, and I've been joined by Piggy of Watching Walford.
Yeah. We have a Discord, so you can yell at us saying shit you want to say. We have a Patreon. We have different pledges. Different pledges will give you different stuff. We have a Kofi, or as Ash has legally told me to say it, coffee. where you can pledge. I'm just gonna keep saying Kofi and then say coffee. Where you can pledge a one-time donation of whatever amount you want, and you can buy us a coffee, KFC, condoms, I guess, rubbers.
Yeah. Mate, no one's buying me condoms. Don't need them.
Put it on your head just like that. Ooh. No, all right. So yeah, we must now bid you a farewell, a goodbye, and a good night. See you in the next one, maybe. I don't know if Ash is finishing it. Bye bye.